Under US law, conservatorship is the appointment of a guardian or protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs and or daily life of another person due to either old age or physical or mental limitations. A person under conservatorship is a conservatee, a term that can refer to an adult. The person under guardianship is the ward, a term that can also refer to a minor child. Conservatorship may also apply to corporation and organization. The conservator may be only of the estate, financial affairs, but may also be of the person, wherein the conservator takes charge of overseeing the daily activities such as health care or living arrangement of the conservatee. A conservator is of the person is more typically called a legal guardian. Dang. So Britney Spears has been in a conservatorship since 2008. And she wants out. And it's been 12 years since her infamous breakdown when she just went somewhere and she just went, cut her hair, and everybody starts saying that she was going through a nervous breakdown. They 50-50 her, and they sent her to hospitalization, rehab, etc. And then her father, Jamie, decided that, he asked the judge to become her conservator, and he has control on all her life. And she's now 38 or 39. And so she spoke for the first time. She said that I pretend to be okay. She talked to the fans, but she's like, listen, I cannot even have a kid. I want to have a kid, but I have a UID, stérile, that we say in French. So she has an implant. She cannot even have kids. She must even have permission to have kids. She doesn't have control of her own money. She doesn't have control of her life. She cannot even get married to her boyfriend if she wants. And she cannot even choose where she go eats. And you have to feel for somebody who's been in the public eye all his life. First, you have to understand how she got there. How she got there. So it created a big outpour of emotion. So I would say that's well played, especially in the day of age of social media. It's pressure, it's pressure to the judge actually to take decisions. But you have to understand how she got there in the first place. Here is somebody that's been famous since she's 16, and then she went to superstardom. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Anyway, she went to superstardom in a very young age, actually. You see what I mean? She was there, and we are talking about somebody that ever since she was 16, has been under the public eye. And we are in a country where, for some strange reason, the paparazzis have the right to violate your privacy anytime they want, and they can do everything for you to be pissed off, but you cannot react to it, because if you beat up somebody, or if you just break their camera, or you just touch them, they will say, oh, I'm traumatized, and then you will have to pay them millions. And the laws in the US are crazy when it comes to this, because paparazzi can come and you just want to chill. Like, you just want to be on a terrace with a friend, and now you have 15 people with cameras that are flashing, asking you questions about whatever. So if you're in a bad day, let's say you a woman, you a singer, and word is that your boyfriend just cheated on you, and of course TMZ breaks it out on the TV, and you just want to go and have a conversation with your friend, and you just want to not talk about it, and you don't want to, like, you're trying to save the face, but you are of course breaking down inside, and you are in despair. And you have, so soon as you get out your car, so this was Britney's life. Soon as you get out your house, because those people know where you are. Soon as you get out your house, you have like 10 cars camping outside your house. And they start following you, all of them, taking pictures. They want to know what you look like, and they want to post it, especially in like, and imagine now it's the internet age, but imagine it's been 20 years like that for her and more. You arrive at your cafe to meet your friend, and now you have, let's say that you want to save face and you want to act like you don't care, and now you have here, like, you have people like this. Hey, cameras. So Britney, I heard your boyfriend cheat on you. How does it feel? What you gonna say? And they want to answer. And listen, sometimes I go to the shopping center not far from my house, and when I see a group of people, hey, mommy, I see a group of people that might be fans, and I'm not in the mood for whatever reason, because we all have moods. Sometimes I'm just gonna be like that to not be recognized. Maybe they didn't even know me, but sometimes just because I'm not in the mood for a photo, or I don't look the way, or I just whatever. I just came to pick something for my wife. I'm in my jogging, and I don't want to make photos. I just walk 5 kilometers. I'm sweating. Whatever is the reason, I don't want to take a photo, or I don't want to stop, or I just want to quick come and go, or my belly hurts. Whatever is the reason, sometimes you just want to spend your day by yourself. And this is me in my small level. Imagine now that soon as you get out your house, you have 10 cars following you. And when you stop somewhere, you have people who are harassing you for hours until you say something, and they don't let you go, and they... How you not gonna explode at a point? And I don't know exactly what are her mental health problems. I don't know if they come from whatever, or if they come from just her becoming mentally fragile, or if it comes from that life. But listen, I've seen a lot of people who got hurt by this business. A business where you're supposed to look good all the time. You cannot let yourself, and listen, I'm talking about a level which is 100,000 times higher than where I am. And we're talking about somebody that is generating so much money for even the people who are just posting photo and etc. and a whole thing that is built around that, around appearance, around attention, around paparazzi's photos, about stories, about who did who, your boyfriend did that, etc., etc. And at a point, she just went nuts. And she just went, and there was this video of her going to a hairdresser and just removing all her hair. And from then on, they got control of her life. So it's her dad. We all suppose that because it's your dad is supposed to be a person that is protecting you and protecting your interest. But let me tell you one thing. If my dad or my mom was taking care of all my interests and all the money that I made and regulating everything in my career and etc., I would be in good hands. Because I trust my parents, because I know who they are. I don't know how her parents or her dad is. And whoever is handling all that. All I know is that Britney Spears is a $60 million business. $60 million business. And when you are a $60 million business, you a lot of money, want to keep you working, and they want to keep exploiting you, because if you have 60 million, it means you made so much money to everybody around you, from the state, from your maybe your dad, I don't know, from the doctors that are seeing you, treating you, from the paparazzis, from the people who are doing your shows, the Las Vegas venue, etc., etc., etc. So the things that she said is making a lot of, especially in this moment. I mean, and listen, she's been complaining. I mean, the free Britney movement is not new, but it just took another term now. Another people are seeing it with a different eye, because we are in the age of the Me Too movement, the protect women and etc. And with all the feminism around, knowing that a woman cannot even decide when she wants to have a baby is unbearable to most people. And what are the reasons? I don't know what is her state. We heard her talk. She's somebody that does shows. She's somebody that, I mean, I've not been following Britney for a long time, so I cannot really, and I don't even know what is her state of mind. So the real question here, I'm gonna try to not be emotional, because if it was just an emotional reaction, knee-jerk reaction, I would be like, come on, how can this be possible? How can you do this? Like everybody's doing right now. But I'm gonna try to look at it in from the judge point of view. The question here is this conservatorship, should it be removed or not? And is she able to handle herself? And is her mental health fixed now, so that at least maybe if they need to continue, maybe if they could remove 50% of everything that she hates and then they continue maybe to have a little bit of control over what she would do, because I understand you might do this to protect somebody, but America and Africa as well is a place where families have no problem exploiting the golden goose when you become the golden goose. There's a lot of family that would put pressure on you to become a miss, to become a superstar, to become a football player, to etc. And then once you become that, they act like if you are their possession, and your whatever you make, they must have a part of it. I remember this football player who was crying about that. A very famous football player. I forgot his name, but he was saying that his whole family, his mom, his brothers, like everybody was exploiting him, and every money that he was making, like everybody wanted a part of it, and he was tired of it, and everybody was saying like, yo, like, and the question here for the judge is, okay, does she understand why she was put in a conservatorship in the first place? That's the first question. And does she understand that at a point she needed it, because she really had a mental breakdown, and she was put on a momentarily conservatorship. But after 12 years, the momentarily is starting to be like forever. And she's 40 now, almost 40. And listen, if she has 60 million in the bank, or she's worth 60 million as a business and or her assets, whatever. Listen, I don't know how even my parents, come on, like, I don't know if I would want somebody else than the person who I chose myself to control the fruits of my whole life of labor. And I don't know how much they can spend. How I don't understand. Are they just protecting my money from me choosing the wrong boyfriends or whatever because I did stupid shit before? I don't know. But emotionally, if I react emotionally, I'm like, I'm not gonna build all this and generate all that amount of money, and then you have people who decide what I do with my life's work. People who will decide, oh no, you can do this or you can do that. So no, you cannot buy a house to your new boyfriend. Who you? If I want to buy a house to my new boyfriend and I have 60 million and I want to spend 5 million or 2 million or whatever amount to buy him a house, why can't I? You guys do it all the time for bitches that you just met. Yeah, but you know well, so it's to protect you. But it's my money. It's my money, it's my life, it's my body. If I want to have more babies, this is me. If it's a bad idea, even if I was saying that it was a bad idea, it's still my body and my life. And listen, if I have 60 million, I can have 6 babies if I want, 10 babies if I want. I have enough money for all of them to have houses, all of them to have nurses, all of them to have people to take care of them. Like Brad Pitt and his ex-wife, probably, or wife, whatever, they have a lot of kids. And nobody says, oh, you're adopting too many kids. Nobody thinks it's not normal. So how are you going to tell a woman, especially in this day and age, that I think this is why it's really like taking off now again, is because you have this idea that you cannot have babies if you want, and you're 39, time is ticking, and you have a boyfriend and you cannot get married with him. Listen, this smells like people who are trying to protect your money like if it was their money. And yo, who knows? But that shit is crazy. I never understood why they chose her father since they had a bad relationship during that time. Why choose someone that doesn't have a stronger connection to take care of her? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe because he asked for it? Who knows? But come on, this woman has been exploited all her life. And I mean, this is sad, yo. Toxic family. For her father, she's just a product, a source of income, richness, money. For the paparazzi, it's just impossible to not become crazy living a life like this. They destroyed her and her mental health. Yeah, I do agree. Listen, this is sad. If money wasn't involved, would the family be so concerned about her mental health? I don't know. We can speculate, but I believe that it's hard to know. Everything is possible, I guess. But when there's so much money involved, let me see a little bit. I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't want people to think my life is perfect, because it's definitely not at all. If you have read anything about me in the news this week, you obviously really know that it's not. Speaking up in the truth, I did it because of pride, and I was embarrassed to share what happened to me. But honestly, who doesn't want to capture? 39-year-old had been under conservatorship since 2008 when concern over her mental health prompted her father, Jimmy Spears, to petition the court. Oh, the father asked for it, for legal authority over his daughter's life. In court Wednesday, Britney had prepared a statement asking for the arrangement to end. I've been in denial, I've been in shock, I'm traumatized, she said in the emotional 23 minutes. I just want my life back. The thing is, I don't even know if the law out there, I don't even know how let's see. From a legal standpoint, I don't know that her statement helped her that much. It helped us as the public to know what she wants and ended speculation over whether she was under this conservatorship voluntarily. She made this crystal clear that she's not. If I were preparing her, I would have coached her to present herself in a calm way, acknowledging that she did have problems 13 years ago that justified protection, showing awareness of what those problems were, and articulating the steps she's taking to make sure that she doesn't find herself in that situation again. That would provide assurance to the court that she doesn't need that help. If it was a calmer presentation, the court would struggle to find a reason why this conservatorship is needed. But we did see a more explosive, emotional, raw statement from Britney. I understand why she would feel that way, but I don't know if she did herself any favor. Dang. While acknowledging she still had issue to go through, she has now directly placed her opposition to the conservatorship in front of the court. The bar for conservatorship is meant to be very high, and if Britney can show that her mental condition has improved since the conservatorship was put in place, the court should the court should reevaluate the need for that conservatorship. What's the next step from a legal standpoint? So Wednesday hearing was just to hear Brittany. She made it clear that in the petition, Brittany would need to state facts showing that the conservatorship is no longer required, or that the grounds for establishing the conservatorship no longer exists. Once the petition is filled, a hearing date would be set. At some point prior to the hearing, the court investigator should interview Brittany and then submit a report to the court. Of course, interested party would be allowed to file their objections, of course. The problem is she commented that she said that she was opposed to being evaluated. So the court can order the evaluation, but it can't physically force her to go there and answer questions. If Brittany doesn't get evaluated, the court can then consider her refusal to do so as grounds for denying her petition to terminate the conservatorship. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, the problem here is that she's just tired, and I understand her. Like, she's here trying to say, listen, how am I rich and I can't touch my own money without asking for people and everybody's like deciding for me, etc. And why is a court and all these strangers deciding for me? I mean, I hope I don't think I have mental health problems. So I'm seeing it from a sane point of view, if I can say it this way. I would be mortified, pissed off if I'm trying to handle my business, my money, my things, and somebody's telling me that no, you can't. Like, somebody's gonna take care of all your affairs for you. You know? And people say, well, listen, we need to evaluate you, and we have people interview you, and you're gonna answer questions. We're gonna see if you're not crazy. I'm gonna be like, yo, everybody leave me alone. I'm just done. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy my things, my whatever. And listen, if in the next 10 years my 60 million is gone because I gave everything to my boyfriend and then he left me, it's on me. But I want to be back to take control of my own destiny and not have people that I don't talk to control that for me. The father said, I miss my daughter. That's all he said. So, yeah, maybe the judge are acting according to the medical reports. You never know. Because look, I'm going to give you an example of somebody who's clearly having sometimes mental breakdowns and episodes, mental health episodes, manic episodes. Kanye. Here is somebody who's rich, super rich, $6 billion, and sometimes act completely erratic. Decides I want to be president and then goes with a bulletproof vest and start crying. And then he tweets 300 times in one night, insult his wife, insult his sisters-in-law, insult his mother-in-law, say, they're trying to 50-50 me, they try to do this, they're trying to da. And because he's in a manic episode, he's angry at the fact that the people are trying for his own good to have him take pills or have him go to a facility. And if he does something that goes too far, they might say the same thing. Listen, we need to have control over him because his his mental health is degrading. And he would not see it that way, but I mean, for him, it's clear. For me, from everything I've seen, I'm like, those are the things that can happen. Because when he goes off, he goes. But for Britney, I mean, listen, I remember that episode back then because the whole world saw it. The rest of the last 10 years, she was not under my radar. So, I mean, she's an amazing artist. She did great things, and I hope the best for her. But maybe the doctors have reports that we don't have. And at the same time, yeah, listen, I wouldn't want people to have control over what I created all these years with my hard work. But if I have a mental problem and I cannot see it myself, is it possible as well that you have a mental problem but you don't realize? I know people like that. I know people, they are really in a bad state, but they don't, when you tell them you need help, they don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. So it really depends on what point of view you see it. If you see it from the medical standpoint, or if you see it from the more supporter, emotional fan standpoint. The fans want her to be free, and she wants to be free as well. The courts, I mean, they can be swayed by public opinion, but they want to see documents by doctors. So c'est compliqué. She's really happy with Sam Asghari, and he saves her. She's fulfilled with him. Well, listen, I'm happy for that. I'm happy about that, but now she needs to be able to marry him. She needs to be able to, it's complicated. The whole conservatorship is such a loophole for stealing someone's money. I mean, listen. So I have questions because I don't know about that. So in France we say mise sous tutelle, right? That's the word in France. If I'm let's say Moto is now, I'm his legal guardian because he went crazy and all his money, I'm the one handling it. Do I have the right to do something with the money? I mean, or there's really a limitation in I can only spend the money for the person. And when the person wants something with her money, I'm just the guy who can say, you can do it or you can't. I want to buy this house for, no, you can't. I'm protecting you. Or is that person able to use your credit cards and whatever and spend your money on something, buy themselves a house or whatever, or send 200 of your money in a different account every month? Like, I don't know exactly how it works and how is it like supervised by the courts and law, etc. So, but yeah, that shit is crazy. But anyway, I wouldn't want to be I really wouldn't want to be in Britney's place, because that shit is crazy. Listen, prayers and positive thoughts to her. I really hope that she's gonna be fine. I really hope that with time, she's gonna be healed and She will have yeah, all these things behind her, maybe. I hope that after all these years, her mental health issues are better, because I don't know exactly what was the breakdown part of something else. Like if you tell me Kanye, for example, I know that the breakdown is part of something else, because he's been doing and doing and doing, and every time you can see the manic episodes, and you understand that he's a bipolar. Some people, you know exactly what they have. On Britney's case, I don't know exactly if after that breakdown were there other things, or was it part of something bigger. I don't have the answers, so I cannot reply for her. But if since then she's better, I believe that, yeah, listen, I understand the trauma, I understand that she's tired of it, but if I was her, if you really believe that you are better, and you know that you are better inside of you, or maybe you are, let's say, I don't know, you are at 85% of what you were, but it's fine enough to, at that point, I would accept to do the evaluations simply, and not just be like, I don't care, I don't want. Like, I would do them just to show these people I'm fine, And I mean, unless those people are in the loop as well, and everybody's getting money from her, I mean, this is, yeah. Watch I Care a Lot on Netflix. You'll love the movie. It's about a woman taking care of all people and stealing their money, their houses. Oh my God. Damn it. I think I saw something like that on Netflix. Or my wife was watching something like that. I'm not sure. I heard there's also a great movie about that called Parasite. It's a Korean movie that I kept seeing when I take the plane on Turkish. It's always there, but I know it's on Netflix, but I never saw it yet. I didn't see it yet. So that might also be a great a great things to watch as well. Now listen, Brittany, if you hear me, best of luck to you. Positive thoughts, and I hope he's gonna be fine. Just trust the process, and time is always a conveyor of the truth. It's really hard to tell, but to have her under conservatorship for so long seems very questionable to me. Especially because she's that young. It's because we're more used to seeing that for older people, like people who are like really like very rich, and they're starting to not being able to really handle their own thing, so they have the family take care of these or whatever. But she was so young when it happened to her. So wait, it's been what? She was like 12 years. So she was like 26. Come on, like, nah. That's abuse. So maybe it's the case with Britney. Listen, I'm gonna put a heart for her in the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. Where are my emojis? Where's my art? Where's my art? There you go. That's for you, B. Ding.